The new location of Sakurama plays host to this here, the World Surf League's Stop 4 on the Championship Tour. Welcome to the final heat of round 3 of competition. A big one with Owen Wright up in the top end of the Jeep leaderboard, taking on now a replacement surfer this year, Santa Cruz's Nat Young.
Out of competition for a full season and comes back putting together an amazing first heat or first event. As we watch Nat Young right off the hooter. You know, this kid has had success on the Championship Tour and had a heartbreaking finish to the last season, but he just put together a beautiful first wave here. That backhand so lethal. Also picking up a wave on the backhand. Owen Wright. Little stumble there, but keeps it together, gets back to the open face. So great first exchange. As they held it together, completed their ride, so this first exchange is going to be an important part of this heat.
To allow surfers right of way to waves. Owen Wright with second priority will pick up on this wave. Here he goes. Lovely tight angle, sweeps it, connecting, flow, lip drop, beautiful stuff. So Owen Wright, the tall 6'3" figure, posts the second ride here and brings the pressure to Nat Young to reply.
Well, those first waves of the set, maybe when you don't have a whole lot of set activity before your wave, it kind of limits the backwashes. You watch two nice hits and then the speedy float.
Such extension there from Owen Wright, Pete, loving it.
Time and to crack round 2 was an achievement. And then, yeah, now to get through round 3, it's a really nice feeling. I feel like I got plenty left to give and I just want to express myself out there and have some fun.
Can't wait to see it. Give us another level of surfing. Congrats on a heat and thanks for your time.
Cheers, Strides. Thanks.
Congratulations, Julian Wilson, into round 4 here. We are wrapping up the round for the men's. This is the final heat of round 3. Of course, you can follow the heat draws on the World Surf League app. Meanwhile, action out in the water, Pete. A good reply from Nat Young.
Straight up vertical hit. The carve. You know, the one thing that Nat could bring is he's a little quicker than Owen in and out of transition. So that would be a little point of difference for him. Although when you watch Owen Wright, Owen brought a little extra energy.
A great heat unfolding here. Nat Young uses priority here, selects this big wraparound turn. Now, second one engaging. Little fin flare. Tight, beautiful rotation. Strong punctuation as well. And he'll squirrel his way out of the end of that.
Got to kind of sell it a little bit further, but how quick is that? That's the part that I think that Nat brings to the table, is he's able to just go straight back into a maneuver so quickly.
Yeah, he just piled those maneuvers upon themselves in a quick sequence there. Lovely stuff from Nat Young.
Again, smaller, first wave of the set. Carves his way through, accentuates it by ripping back into the pocket. That time getting a little more loose. Again, straight up, kicks that back fin and somehow was able to get back in the bottom and to the top very quickly. In the drone view up top. The wave choice here giving him the opportunity to rattle off 4 solid turns. You know, will it improve on the 7.83? It feels like it's kind of in that same vicinity. You know, just a month before, he was, we didn't know if he was going to be competing.
A great Australian leg for Owen Wright. Comes to Brazil ranked equal second with Geordie. He'll roll that one out with 13 minutes to go. He's on the hunt for a requirement of a 7.56. Of course, Owen lighting the world up with wins on the Championship Tour. Let's have a look at the replay here.
So Owen picking a wave that was going to have a bit of wobble on it. See a lot of backwash. As you take a look now at the 7.77, which actually got him back to the lead. That late hit. Wow. Judges eat that up. Throw down the 777. So this is one of those heats again where it's just going back and forth.
For Owen Wright and Geordie Smith in this event to haul in John as we see Owen ripping into it. Massive sweep. Now steps it up onto the lip, around the corner, another hack. Both surfers in motion for us as Owen flows through to the inside. And Nat will go down. So the tempo here coming at us in Brazil this morning.
Well, Nat would have needed to actually really push those turns, and I think that's why he got a bit too loose. Again, he's trying to get back out on the outside. Nice size set wave here for Nat. That first turn, quick, and then this one he wanted to get upside down and throw the fins, which he does, and then just goes down. Smaller wave, the first wave of the set for Owen Wright, but he gouges that first turn, climbs that next section, carries that momentum into this carve again, and this rips at it and completes the ride. So you wonder if he'll even improve on the 7.77.
Full day, and then you know, we may even have our little TNT Heritage heat. So we're going to leave that one on hold as well and see how we go. But definitely a big day of women right now.
Well, there you have it, guys. A lot of action coming down the line for the female surfers today.
Because Owen Wright snuck the lead out with an 8.7. Let's have a look at this, Pete.
So this wave grew down the line, and he sets this section up there, hammers it, hooks it back in, quick again, hooking it, and then just too late. And with that, it's almost you feel like that maybe he just finished with that last turn. It would have been a more complete ride.
So the Australian now switching it up back to the left-hander. Judges are liking that forehand. Lovely click and release. Big open lines here. As I say that, he'll stumble. Still plenty of time. 7 minutes remaining. Nat Young glides in from deep and steep, and it's going to be too deep, so no real reply yet. Nat Young looking for the 8.97. Owen, so adept at championship tour wins as well. Here we go. This is a, as Potts would say, a roll of the dice for Nat Young. Big hit, spray flies everywhere. Heavy engaging the second one, and the third one he holds on. Small to medium-sized wave, though, is the downside of the discussion.
Was that the best wave of the heat? That's really the question. Throw down the comparisons. The 8.7 of Owen Wright was 3 turns, just like that. But was the size of the wave and the criticalness of the turns enough for Nat Young? Be good to see that 8.7 of Owen Wright. You can start throwing a comparison. Again, this isn't a major set wave, but it had a steep wall through this whole section. So he was top to bottom the whole way through, really late, similar to what we saw from Owen Wright in that late hit. Again, that drone view, watching Nat Young, 3-turn combo, whacks it once. See how he places it up there and then rips at it once he gets it up there.
Little bob in the transition there on that replay. You pick it up with in between maneuver 2 and 3. Nat Young is going to bow out in round 3 of competition here, in as a replacement surfer in 2017. Nat Young will bank a 13th place finish here, put 1,750 points in his bag. Owen Wright takes the win. Stay with us after the break.